Welcome to the humid streets of Marina Bay in Singapore, where we will see 31 laps of 3 miles of twisty, narrow streets here in Southeast Asia. 19 turns with 13 to the left and 6 to the right. 17 competing drivers will have the choice of the C5, C4 and C3 tyres today as we look at how we line up for the race. And now a look at how they line up for the race.
FatBoySim starts on pole position, 5/10 up on Tesco, who starts at a career best P2. Arwen starts P3, with Chiv starting in P4, his highest starting position since Portugal. Rob in the Aston Martin starts P5, while Pace starts P6 for the second race in a row. Michelando also starts P7 for the second race in a row, with Chubby Slug starting in P8. Skarma in the other V-Carb starts in P9, with Kev starting in P10 after using the wrong tyre in Q3. Bosch starts in P11 for the Kick Sauber, with Lucalis starting P12 after a shock Q2 exit. Musty starts a career best P13 in the Alpine, with Dale joining alongside him in P14. Baz starts P15 in the Williams, and the other Alpine of Mr. CD in P16. Vibora is our last participating car in P17, with 3 cars who weren't able to participate in this race, with Craig Brook, Gio and Devereaux. As we see FatBoySim line up just ever so slightly putting his car to the left to block off Tesco there, as we see Arwen creak his way up in the bottom of your screen there. This is going to be our angle. This is going to be a brilliant angle to see how good these drivers get their start. The green flags are waving. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are go in Singapore. FatBoySim got a good start. Tesco got a pretty decent start. Look at the Aston Martin flying down the inside there. Chubby Slug also looks to go up the inside. He just backs out of it. FatBoySim keeps his position. Chiv moves up to P3. Rob up to P4. Pace up to P5. Skarma, so Lucalis has gone all the way down to the bottom of the grid there. Something's happened to Lucalis. I'm not sure if he got pushed out or he had some sort of issue, but it's just gotten from bad to worse for Lucalis there. Pace up to P5. Lando up there, Chubby Slug as well. Arwen has fallen loads of positions. Excuse me, that's why they've all gained. Arwen has gone. Oh, look at that! There's a big crash at the back there. Baz is out. My goodness me, it's a VSC. You would have caught that in the background there. Arwen has picked up a 10-second time penalty for a severe collision with Baz. I went on board there. You saw Baz almost in the air. I don't know what on earth happened there. And it's all come down very slowly. FatBoySim pulled. It was over a second on Tesco. They had a stonking start. So at some point there, Arwen got shuffled all the way to the back, as did Lucalis, and Arwen and Baz got collected with each other, and Baz was sent into the air there. Spectacular crash. Look at the train of cars as they run all the way down here. Michelando goes defensive. Skarma goes to the outside. Skarma makes the pass on Michelando. Bosch there defending from Kev as well. Having a look, Tesco still quite close. Michelando did make the pass on Chubby Slug in the... Oh, Chubby Slug is in the pits, excuse me. Chubby Slug has taken off the soft tyres. He's had enough of the soft tyres, he says. Having a look, Mr. CD there goes defensive on Arwen. He's in an absolute Red Bull sandwich here, the Alpine driver. Dale has fallen off of the back of Kev a little bit, so Mr. CD needs to make this pass happen, or he's having to defend from Arwen there. Look, Arwen goes, he's going to go down the inside of the Alpine. He does go down the inside of the Alpine, excuse me. Brilliant move from in there. Is Mr. CD going to have another go at the Red Bull driver here? We'll see. He's in the toe. He's gaining on the Red Bull driver, but Arwen is going to get DRS from his teammate, and Mr. CD is not going to be able to make that pass. Gaining in. Chubby Slug has come out ahead, 7 seconds ahead of Lucalis there. As Arwen, is he going to go down the inside of his teammate? It's a good overtake. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Dale almost didn't get it stopped in time. And, well, they were going to go side by side, but I think Dale is just letting his teammate pass. This is the main battle here, is Rob and Chiv. Tell you what, Chiv went a little bit wide there. He would have had to have let off to not get a warning. He's on the recharge. Is Rob going to send it up the inside? He doesn't. He waits. He waits and he bides his time. So Arwen still holding the 10-second time penalty. He's also got a 3-second time penalty for corner cuts as well. So we'll see how that gets on. I think you tell you what, Tesco is getting closer and closer and closer to FatBoySim. He's probably going to be close enough to make a move. No, he backs out of it. He's waiting. He doesn't want to overtake here because of how difficult it is. Rob does make the overtake on Chiv, though. Chiv's going to try and defend this one as they go side by side through Sector 2 here. Chiv is going to get the more favourable line to defend. Rob is going to try and stick it around the outside. Chiv says absolutely no chance, and Rob has to slot in behind him there. is you've got to be so sort of definitive in your overtake attempts here. You've got to absolutely make sure that you get it 100% right. I tell you what, Rob is very close to the back of Chiv there. Is he going to have a go down the DRS straight here? I think Rob is sick and tired of looking at the back of that McLaren car. He's got his DRS on. He's got his ERS on. Chiv is having to recharge. Rob is going to go around the outside of Chiv and will make the move stick this time. Rob moves up to the podium position. Chiv in a minute. I tell you what, Pace is actually very close. Pace is past Chiv. So Chiv, that's a very unusual place for an overtake to happen. I don't know if Chiv let him go, if he's out of battery or what. I'm not sure, but Pace has made the move for P4. Thinking about the move, decides not to go for an Anderson Bridge, but tell you what, he gets, oh, Kev's in the wall! Kev is in the wall! It's a big hit! He's lost part of his wing. Oh my goodness me! And that was Mr. Seedy who went to take avoiding action. That's a remarkable save from Mr. Seedy. Very well done indeed. As Kev's car came unghosted at the worst possible time for the Alpine driver. But Kev is carrying wing damage. He's going to have to pit. You just couldn't get the car turned in. Very unfortunate. Arwen is probably going to make a move. Oh, I've lost my thing here on Bosch. If I can get my thing back. There we go. Arwen is side by side and past Bosch there. Apologies, you didn't get to see that. For good measure, as you saw there. Yellow flag in Sector 2 there. Who is that? Is that Mr... That is Musty, I think, who is having an issue of some sort. Oh, he's got a puncture! Musty has a puncture on his front left tyre. What on earth has happened to the Alpine driver there? He's collected some wing damage for good measure. And oh, he's got to hold that car all the way back to the pits. That's heartbreak. What happened to the Alpine driver? He must have hit the wall at some point. Tesco very close to FatBoySim. He's even closer to FatBoySim. He's even closer to FatBoySim. He goes side by side. We're going to see them go down the inside. And Tesco makes the pass for the lead. We've had a change for the lead. Tesco there on lap 11 has overtaken FatBoySim as the medium tire runners are going to pit imminently. So which one of these two is going to pit first? Does FatBoySim pit now to undercut Tesco as Tesco clips the wall there ever so slightly? Or do they continue to go around again and extend for further? Cards are really coming into their home now. Look at that slide from Scarpa there. Bosch is almost pushing the VCAP out of the way. Bosch is going side by side with the VCAP driver. Oh, it's a brilliant overtake from the kick going into the old sling. Brilliant stuff there. My goodness me, very well done. On one of these two, we'll have to see. Dale is very goes Chubby Slug. Look, he's going to go side by side with Dale. He's past Dale. He's going to make the move on Kev as well. He doesn't, but he's made the pass on Dale. Chubby Slug is past. Chubby Slug is actually pushing. He's pushing that Mercedes along. He says, get out of the way. He's on those slightly fresher medium tyres. Rob and Chiv. Rob has come out ahead of Chiv as we see Chubby Slug make the pass on Kev here as well. I'm just looking up at the rate. Luke on those mediums is going for the 2-stop, excuse me, so he's still got to go, but he's come out ahead of Skarma. And they're still staying out of the mediums. Interesting. Tesco has picked up a 3-second time penalty. FatBoySim went really wide there, but he might have avoided the warning. But that really shakes up the battle for the lead here. Tesco is carrying 3 seconds of time penalties. So if FatBoySim keeps it clean, he's in a brilliant position to win this race on time penalties. We see this gaggle of cars here. Rob on the fresh tyres is really coming up against some traffic here. Look at Dale really struggling to get out of the way. Dale is going to have to stay out. Rob doesn't want to really go for the overtake there. He's got the Haas for company behind him, but he's going to make the pass on Dale here. And Rob moves up to P9 behind Chubby Slug still, but ahead of Chiv. Flying there. FatBoySim is just ahead of his teammate. He's going to get a beautiful... He's giving his teammate a toe, but his teammate's having to defend from Rob there. Rob really wants to be involved in this battle. I'll tell you what, Rob has done very, very well to actually put himself really close to FatBoySim. He's closed a gap of about 6 seconds there, but he's got this wall of a Ferrari to deal with as FatBoySim is just going to happily pull a gap and has made Rob's life that much harder. Now Tesco is coming out of the pits on the fresh hards. FatBoySim is coming down the straight now. Tesco's waiting. He's got the pit line off. You can see FatBoySim on the side of your screen there. So FatBoySim goes around the corner and will come out ahead of Tesco. So FatBoySim has made the undercut work. He's pulled 1.5 seconds on Tesco there. What he can do. Chiv is very close to the back of Kev. Chiv is side by side with the Mercedes car. Brilliant racing here. Kev decides not to fight it, and Chiv makes the pass for P9 at the hard tires. He'll take those to the end. Luke Pace leads Arwen by 7 seconds. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. It's Kev. Kev is off. Oh, unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. He rejoins behind Skarma. No safety cars. expect this next DRS zone to be if they go for a move. Chiv slightly offline there. Look how much closer Pace is in the V-carb. Now Chiv made a bit of a meal of those first 3 corners. Pace is just pushing the gearbox. That McLaren driver, he's going to open his DRS. He's going to tuck into the toe. Chiv will try and defend this as Pace moves to the outside line. Chiv goes defensive but lets him have it. Pace moves up to P4. I'm going to take off the thing here. Look at Michelado. He's had a bit of a snap. Arwin's just having to wait, hesitate on the throttle. He's going to try and cut back on him here. Get on throttle as soon as you can. DRS on. ERS on. Michelando. Is he going to be able to defend this? Michelando takes the racing line. Arwin goes down the inside. Does he make the move happen? He does. He keeps it within the white line. But Michelando, is he going to go back at him? I think he's going to have to let him have it. And you see, it's almost a replica of Pace there. He's almost pushing the McLaren driver, saying, get out of my way. Skarma is this much closer to the back of that McLaren car. Skarma puts his battery on, puts his DRS on. He's going to go to the inside as opposed to his teammate on the outside. And Skarma is going to make the pass happen for P5. This because I want to see what Lucullus can do. He's that much closer to Dale. Big snap in the dirty air. He's got his battery on. Is he going to move down to T1 here? It would be a good move from Lucullus. And he makes the move happen. Dale, big snap from Dale. There might have been a bit of contact. Dale sets it up the inside of T3. We didn't get a great view of that. I thought Lucullus had made the pass happen. But Dale isn't letting this one go without a fight. He's going to go right onto the back of that McLaren driver as he goes down to the straight. Lucullus is having to recharge his battery. Dale's using whatever he can use. He goes to the inside line. He makes the pass on Lucullus. Lucullus goes around the outside, sweeps around the outside, brakes later than the Red Bull driver, and makes the move stick. Chubby Slug, I think, is going to make the move on Bosch. He's side by side into the chicane, and Chubby Slug makes the pass for P9. So good driving from him there. Head from Chiv there, who is defending from Skarma. Oh, there's a big moment there. I think Rob had a moment. Rob has Pace made the pass on Rob there. As I switched off it, Rob had some sort of moment. Pace has moved up to the podium positions. Has Rob got wing damage there? He doesn't. I don't know what happened there. As I switched off of it, Pace has made the pass and has pulled the gap on Rob. He's fallen out of the podium, and Pace is up to P3. Is he going to be able to make a move? Arwen, look at the car snapping as he gets on throttle there. Arwen really wants to make this move happen. Skarma is going to get the DRS there to defend, and Arwen has to stick behind. Oh, he's hit the wall. Arwen's hit the wall. He's gone off. Arwen has gone off. I think he's kept it all in one piece. He's got no wing damage. But Arwen there, almost doing a George Russell there. Ambition well ahead of Adesian, and Michelando is right on the back of him now. Kev is also very close to the back of Mr. CD here. Is Kev going to make a move on the Alpine driver there? He goes down the inside, and Kev, is he going to make the move happen? Oh, it's a big spin! Kev has spun round on the overtake with Mr. CD, and oh, everything that Kev has done today has just not worked at all, is it? Kev has just had a rotten time of it, hasn't he? Carrying a penalty is Quints in, but he's got Chubby Slug for company here. In fact, Chubby Slug is actually going to make a move up the inside of Michelado into T1. This will be a great overtake. Michelado is going to try and stick around the outside to defend. It's a great defense from Michelado. Chubby Slug has to wait to fight another day, but that's caused Michelado now to fall out of the DRS. Skarma is really close to the back of Chiv. Look at Arwen there. The snap of the car. Skarma, is he going to have to make a move on Chiv here to try and defend his position? He is. He's going to go around the inside of Chiv here. Arwen, there's nowhere for him to go. Skarma down the inside. Chiv goes slightly off the track, and Arwen makes the pass. Chiv has been passed by both drivers. With Chiv defending around the outside, he's lost the position to Arwen. Chiv not carrying any penalties. Skarma and Arwen are, but he doesn't want to lose too many. Look, as Arwen passes Skarma at the top of your screen. Arwen has gained 2 positions in about 3 corners there. And see how that goes on. For now, Chubby Slug is going side by side with Chiv. I was looking at this timing metric there. Down the inside of the final chicane, and Chubby Slug does make the pass. Frees him up. Not getting positions from time penalties. Chiv with a big snap. Michelando has to go around the outside. There's a bit of unavoidable contact. Chiv there clipping the rear left of Michelando. Chiv is all over the road, and he's been shuffled down to P9. He's right under pressure from Bosch, who is also carrying a penalty. but I'm going to have to go all the way over to FatBoySim here. He was on pole by 0.5 of a second. He lost the lead to Tesco. He got the superior pit strategy, and he's been driving in a world of his own for the second race. FatBoySim wins in Singapore, and a long, long way back, Tesco will come home for a very tiny P2, and even further behind, Pace executes a very good reverse strategy to come home to P3, and it is my driver of the day. Congratulations to Pace there. Brilliant drive up to the podium. It's another podium for his tally. Rob will come home in P4, and this is going to be the one to watch. Arwen will come home in P5. I'm going to go all the way down to Lucalis here, who's actually closed right up onto the back of Chiv there. So Chubby Slug jumps Arwen as Skarma crosses the line P3, and Michelando jumps him for P7. Sorry, Skarma P8. Bosch will come on P9. Chiv will come on P10. P10. Lucalis up to P9. Bosch up to P11 following penalties, excuse me. Lucalis with a very good recovery there up to P9. Dale will come home in P12, and Mr. Seedy will round us out for P13. And Kev, I think, might come home and jump in for P13. There's 9 seconds of penalties, so as long as Kev is able to round it out, he will finish in P13, and then Mr. Seedy in P14. Great race. Brilliant race, lads. And yeah, so we see there, so Mr. Seedy crosses the line, and Kev will come around the final corner as our final finishing car on the track, and will jump Mr. Seedy for position.